On this particular model, we have 4 screws. You use the longer screws for the higher holes because just by the laws of physics, that's the one that has greater pull when you get the heater mounted with all the rocks in it. You don't want to seat these screws all the way tight. You want to leave a little bit of space so that you can easily hang your heater over them. What I do too is I don't put the bottom screw in. In fact, when you're hanging one of these polar heaters, you can't hang it with the bottom screw in because of the shape of these little keyhole hangers they have. So we're just going to leave these 2 top ones on and hang the heater. Okay, so now that we have our 2 top mounting screws in, we can go ahead and hang the heater. And you can see we've got the correct 6 inches of clearance from the floor here. Once you've got the heater hung, you can come in and put your lower screws in. They're a little bit hard to get in at sometimes. You need to use a open face wrench, or sometimes the pliers will take care of the job. Okay, so once your electrician comes in and makes the connections, gets your heater all secured back onto the wall, it's time to put the rocks in. And what you want to do is you want to evenly distribute the rocks throughout the rock bay in this heater, so to speak. And you want to make sure to get some rocks behind the outer elements. As you can see here, I'm dropping in rocks between the outside of the heater body and the outside of these elements. If you put just rocks in between the elements, you could bend these elements over to the outside, closer to the outside of the heater body, and what that might do is set off the built-in sensors prematurely, telling the heater that the room is hotter than it actually is. So it's important to get some rocks in this area. A lot of people wonder, is it okay to have the rock in direct contact with the element? And that's actually the idea. But it's important to get as many rocks in here as you can. Don't puzzle piece the rocks together so tightly that you might inhibit the airflow up and out of the heater, because that can also send a premature message to the built-in sensors that it's hotter than it actually is. But try to fit in most of the rocks that come with it. The rocks are a real important part of the sauna experience, because what they do is they give off the radiant heat, which is the longer wave, the low-level heat which penetrates deeper into your body. It's kind of the soft heat of the sauna. So the rocks are a real important aspect. What I do is I just kind of top this rock compartment off like this, and just set your grill on top to make sure that you still have enough clearance to get the grill on. I see here that I can fit a few more rocks in here. You want to wash your rocks as well too. You want to wash your rocks before you put them in your heater. There's a little bit of dust on them, and that can create some unpleasant smell. Another important thing too is run your heater for a good hour before you actually get in for your first sauna, because there is some preservative on these elements that creates a little bit of smoke. So it's a good idea to turn your heater on and run it for an hour with your door opened to burn off all those preservatives and get rid of the little bit of smoke that you'll get from your heater the first time.